We who are about to die salute you.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruby and this is my movie review for Samrat Prithviraj. Let me know in the comments below, have you watched this? Are you now going to check it out because it's on Amazon Prime, at least in the UK and many other places? Let's jump in. Story about a fearless warrior, an epic love story, and a story that basically is ahead of its time by a long time. About power for the woman before there was time, and I was emotionally engaged. So this film isn't as long as I was expecting it to be. This is one film that people told me in the comments, Ruben, you got to go check this out. It was always showing at a cinema not quite near me, like 2 hours away at least, and I was like, yeah, I can't justify spending that money going there and back. But thankfully, Amazon acquired the rights fairly quickly, and here it is. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to chuck this on. I'm going to listen to what everybody's been saying in my comments, and I'm glad they did. But I can say, for those going into this, especially outside of the culture, you will see some really similar references and moments in this film to Gladiator, which is why I did the beginning that I did. There's the Gladiator arena, the lions to the tigers, the those who are about to die salute you. There's all those references with the political nature of the film. You can do some serious juxtapositions to Gladiator. However, what you won't get is the epic dance numbers with the cinematography and the score. And when it comes to the music and the score, right from the beginning, I think it was like 10 minutes in and I had shivers down my spine because it's so well done. The singing is beautiful and eclectic, but really has a purpose to help telling the story. And it's one of the first times when watching a film like this that I really appreciated the dance numbers, but especially just the singing. Before you get to the dance numbers, the singing kind of announces the person of their worth, but in a way that's really kind of singing their praises, really kind of building that person up as well. And I thought the way they did that was so great. And then we have the costume design and the color palette and the colors, like there's this whole kind of love number with, you know, certain color palettes, tones referencing certain kind of love moments, and then dance numbers, and it has this kind of juxtaposition of really showing the emotional, I guess, the emotions that they're trying to get across of what that meaning is. So apart from the big dance numbers, you get the little kind of subtle, well, not so subtle, the nuances of what it means to the culture and the people, all those references. And I think there's probably so much that goes over my head that I don't get. But for what I do get from what the storytellers are showing through the color palette, showing through the music, I was just kind of blown away just by the outside shell of the film before we get into those huge battle scenes. There's one at the beginning, and there's a couple during the middle, and there's that kind of epic conclusion that's not so big, but it's a heroic moment, and is pretty epic itself. But there's one particular that uses elephants and a number of people and battle strategy, and I really loved the way they showed that. I thought it was very well done. The cinematography in this is one of the best films I've seen when it comes to color palette and lighting and showing the action. There's a slow-mo sequence that wasn't slow-mo to be an epic hero moment, rather accentuating an action movement. So you see one person's hand move forward, and then it cuts to the side angle of that hand moving forward. The way it's done is so arty, but actually really accentuates the action moment at the time. And I was just like, damn, this was good. And then we get to the acting themselves, and I don't know the actors myself, but I think the people that are on screen have great presence, from the antagonist to the protagonist to those sideline characters that have a lot of weight, to the people around our protagonist, around Samrat, around the kings, around the sultans. So we have these great costumes, you know, make them look epic, and then they have presence on screen themselves. And I was just on the ride, this journey, and I was like, yeah, man, people have got to see this. If you enjoy Gladiator, you're going to love this film. It has a lot of heart. If you don't mind reading, you're going to have to read fairly quickly in some of the places, but generally, you're just going to be there enjoying the cinematography, the color palette, the epic battle scenes, and the love story that's in there. It does have a word of warning at the beginning, this thing about suicide, and it says it doesn't condone that. And there was one part of the story where something happens to do with suicide. And I'm only mentioning it, so if you get upset or if you had someone in your life that has committed suicide, that is in this film. I also didn't agree with it because they were championing kind of what was happening with one people without doing spoilers, and then they go and do the kind of suicide thing. And I was like, why do that after all the work you had done? then you go and do this. And I was like, okay, I get it. I understand it is part of the culture, but I really wish that everything they'd been fighting for hadn't been lost then in that moment. It did feel like that. All in all, I think it's a really entertaining film, a solid story, very big epic feel to it, done well with the budget it had. The CG, oh my gosh, the lion sequences, they had to be real lions until it wasn't. And only once did I go, oh, that didn't look quite right. The rest of the time I just thought it was so well choreographed that it looked like they were absolutely all the time fighting lions. And I thought that was great. The battle sequences looked spectacular. And I liked some of the speeches that the characters gave about life and honor. All of that is in there. So I'm going to give this 4 Nicolas Cages out of 5. Let me know your thoughts down below. Look out for way more content coming from Netflix and Apple and the cinema releases, World Cinema, Anime, Animation. Don't forget to check out our Patreon. And if you're enjoying these reviews and you want to show your love, don't forget you can do a little kind of thumbs up or give kind of your chat help to promote this channel and keep us going on. I do love you watching. Thank you for watching. If you're still watching here at the end of this review, then you're the best. You've listened to me ramble on about this film and now you're thinking, maybe this film is worthwhile. Also, have a look at these 2 videos.